Hello, everyone.
Hello, Shivang. Hello, Sheetal.
Just a question. The meeting was at 10 or 9:50.
I think it's at 10, but they asked us to join 10 minutes early.
Oh, nice.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Have all of you had your breakfast?
Actually, no.
No. Oh my God. You still have 2 minutes to go and quickly have a bite if you want.
No, no problem. I'll do after the
Okay.
meeting.
All right. All right.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Hi,
Hi. Good morning.
hi everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Hi, good
Good
morning, Shivang.
morning.
Should I call Shivang or Tandan?
You can call me Shivang. That's fine.
Shiva. Okay.
Good
Oh, we
morning,
have
everyone.
Hi, good morning, Madhusmita.
Good morning.
Okay, let's do a quick roll check. We have the Sergeant at Arms. Nice to see someone from 24/7 joining us. It's good that you all are venturing out. Presiding
Yes.
officer, that's me, TMOD Himanshu. We have the general evaluator, timer, Abhinay. Abhinay, right?
Mhm.
Do we
He is
see
not
him?
here. No, he is
Not
not
here.
here.
So can Sheetal, can you just get in touch with Abhinay and see?
Sure.
Okay, Abhinay, then Madhusmita. I see Madhusmita, our counter. Nivedita is the grammarian. Okay, Nivedita is still not in. Okay, Himanshu is here. Who's the second speaker?
Second speaker is Siva.
Shiva. Oh, okay. All right. All right. And both the evaluators are here. Again, Madhusmita is here. We have Toastmaster Ramesh or Trishula. Trishula, do we need address you like that?
Yeah, you can call me Trishula.
Trishula. All right. So you are the, yeah, all right. So I think only Nivedita and Abhinay are missing. It's already
Sir.
10. I think let's, Himanshu, what do you say? Should we start? And in the meantime, they'll join in?
Yeah, we can start.
Sure. Okay, over to you, Sergeant at Arms.
Is the recording started? Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. My name is Shivang Tandon. I'm going to be your sergeant at arms for today. I humbly welcome you all for 134th meeting of our Toastmasters Club. Before we start the meeting, I'm going to help you out with the three ground rules that we follow. The first one, we don't talk about sex, religion, or politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics too. The second one, please put yourself on mute in case if you're not speaking. And three, please turn your video off in case you're stepping out of the meeting. So the mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop, communicate, and leadership and increase the leadership skill, resulting in the greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting as open and hand over the stage to the presiding officer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shivang. Good morning, everybody. I am stepping in on behalf of the club president. I'm Toastmaster Ritika Mathur, Area Director of Area F1, and I hereby mark the session open. I welcome all of you once again. And before we start off with our session and the other proceedings, let me know if we have any guests. Guests include the non-Toastmasters as well as members from external clubs. So please go ahead and unmute yourselves and speak a few lines about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I think I'm probably a guest for today's session. I'm from Siemens Sirjapur Toastmaster Club, and I'm here as a induction master, probably invocation master. I'm really sorry. And when Himanshu reached out, I'm also a VP education for the club. And when I heard about it, I didn't know what is invocation master does. That's where I thought, let me give a try if it is like, making sense, or if it is like make any value addition. I think I can also introduce to my club and we can bring some change from here. That's the reason I thought, let me be in the meeting and watch what's how the club is performing. And I'm
Awesome.
excited over the session, and I'm also happy to meet new faces. Thanks, everyone.
Sure. Thanks, Trishula. So, Trishula, can you tell us when does your club meet and is it hybrid?
It's always on Friday between 4:30 to 5:45 every Friday.
Oh, and hybrid is it or is it in person?
It's online. It's mostly online.
Oh, all right, all right. So, speaker squad, if you all want to, then please go ahead and take up roles whenever you see Trishula's name on the group.
I think I
All right.
attended one of their meeting,
Yes,
it seems.
yes, yes. Ashok did and Himanshu also did.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great, great. All right. Thank you, Trishula, for taking up a role and joining us in our session today. Shivang, do you want to speak a few words?
Sure. As you guys know, I'm your sergeant at arms. I'm going to present speech today. I'm Shivang Tandon, born and raised in Hyderabad. I have total overall 8 years experience. I have one beautiful daughter and one more as along the way. So fingers crossed,
Awesome.
yeah. Thank you.
Yes. And how
That's
long have you been in Toastmasters, Shiva?
1 year.
1 year. Awesome. Welcome, Toastmaster Shivang, for taking up
Thank
two
you.
roles in our session. It's really a great propeller for our session today. Thank you so much once again. Anyone
Thank
else? Do we have any other guests?
No, I
All
don't think
right.
so.
I don't see anyone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's quickly start off our session. Before we jump onto the theme, let me quickly make a few announcements. We have our ISC Club contest on the 3rd of Feb. The timings will be the same as our regular session timings. As you all know, level 2 completion is the eligibility criteria to nominate yourselves for the ISC contest. So I suggest all the members to quickly give speeches. If you can't give it in our club, please let your VP know and take up speech slots externally to complete your speeches and projects and participate. All those who are not participating, please take up roles. Contact Toastmaster Ramesh, who is the contest chair, and take up the available roles to have the good organization team together to conduct the IC contest. So again, that's on the 3rd of Feb. The next one is on the 8th of Feb, that is Thursday, we have the second round of Division F Speechathon. We had our first one in the month of January. This is our second installment because we got a lot of responses from all the members. So we didn't want to delay. So we're giving you another chance to complete your speeches or take up roles at the division platform. So we'll be sending out the PR posters soon, but this is a little sneak peek that I'm giving you all. So 8th of Feb is when the Division F Speechathon is going to happen. It's going to be hybrid this time, not online alone. All right. So please contact me if you need a speech slot or you want to take up a role. All right. The last announcement is 4th of Feb, District 92 is conducting the JTP, the Judges Training Program. I request all the members to register for the JTP. Why? Because the Judges Training Program is the eligibility criteria for y'all to go as judges in the other club contests or area contests, division contests, or the district level contests. But JTP is eligibility criteria. It's a good way to understand how a judging happens at these contests. And this is also a criteria for the Golden Gavel and many other education awards. So I recommend all of you to register for the same. Those are the three announcements. Now let's get on with the theme for today. The theme is a very unique one. It says thinking. Let me just repeat that as per the poster. It's a very unique one, but it actually says thinking far beyond our lifetime. So the first thing which came to my mind when I read this theme was sustainability. That is something that outlives us and helps us contribute some more. And there is another term that I read in the newspaper yesterday. Most of us have heard the word carbon footprint, isn't it? Have we heard of that? And
That
we
is
are all
part of
trying to.
sustainability.
Thank you. But have you heard of carbon footprint?
Yes, yes. I think
All right.
people.
So carbon footprint, we have all understood that. How many of you have heard of the term climate shadow?
No.
That is the new one that has come into the picture now. Carbon footprint already we are well aware of, but what is climate shadow? I'll give you an instance. For example, Toastmaster Trishula is a very sustainable, conscious citizen. She has kept solar panels on her roof so that she doesn't have to spend too much electricity or whatever, use a solar energy. That is something which she is doing to shrink her carbon footprint. Now, where does climate shadow come into the picture? It comes into the picture when Trishula speaks to her neighborhood, speaks to the fellow society members about it. That is what is climate shadow. You are spreading the word about the sustainability practices you are following. So instead of only you shrinking, your carbon footprint, you're actually spreading the word and making it a more wider cause. So that is something which I wanted to address today. Before I get on a lot more about the theme, let me quickly welcome our Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster of the Day is our VP Education of Speaker Squad Toastmasters Club. He is actually a fairly new member, but the way he is going, it's faster than a Rajdhani train, faster than a Shatabdi train. He is giving speeches left, right, and center. And the motivation, the energy that he brings in is the testimonial of any VP education of any club. Because you can lead from the front and only then the members can follow. So without further ado, let's welcome our TMOD Toastmaster Himanshu. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. I already learned something new today about climate shadow. So when I was thinking of today's theme, I thought let's stretch ourselves rather than talking about this generation, previous generation. Let's first try to see an account of how far we have already progressed. And given the expectations have always changed on new reality, how far can we go in the future as well? So let me start with an example of a messenger in Greece who traveled 300 miles to deliver a message from Marathon to Athena in 500 AD, where he wanted to just pass on a single line message that we are winning against Persia. Greece is winning against Persia. Now, that was in 500 AD. If you come to the present, we can just drop a WhatsApp message in a group and let everyone know that here we are. This is the current situation. We can have a live telecast with satellites all over, zooming over one particular area, telling the world what is going on in a small patch of the land. That is not all. If we actually go back to 3.4 million years ago, that was when the first tools were invented. But it took 2.4 million years, which is 24 lakh more years, for the fire to get invented. And since then, the innovation, the time scale of innovation has always been faster in terms of the steamboat. The initial metal was copper and tin mixture. Then iron came in, which was more in abundance. And now we have a periodic table with all the metals and non-metals available right at our in our hands. So there is a lot more that has happened. If we talk about just communication, we had writing in 8000 BC. It took 8000 years to go from writing to paper, and then another 6 generations to go to printing press, another couple of generations to go towards the first devices like television, radio, and then you see now we are in the age of internet with we are talking about AI in within the next 2 generations itself. So the amount of speed with which we have progressed has been amazing so far, and this is the theme that we are going to talk more about today. We are going to break some of the myths that we hold right now, and we'll talk about some of the research which is going on that is going to shake us the world that we are living in. For now, let me go back to today's agenda. There are 3 parts of it. The first part is going to be about prepared speeches, where we will have a set objective, the speech, and set evaluators for those speeches. For the second part of the agenda is the table topics master, where the table topic master will will invite members to give impromptu speeches. And the third part is going to be the evaluation, where I would invite the general evaluator and their team to give evaluation on all the speakers who have participated in the meeting. We also have an invocation master for today, Trishula. So she will also be telling us an inspiring story soon. But let me first go to the general evaluator for today, Sheetal. Sheetal joined Toastmasters in February. And just give me 1 second. I want it to be a proper introduction for Sheetal. She's a firm believer in the quote, one should never stop learning because life never stops teaching. She is currently a software engineering manager at HPE Aruba. I hope she hasn't changed jobs since then. And she's also always looking for new ways to improve her communication skills and is passionate about helping others. She's a keen outdoor woman and is very interested in spending time to hike and bike. Please welcome Toastmaster Sheetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I'm going to play the role of general evaluator today, and I'll be responsible for evaluating everything that has happened before the meeting and is going to happen during the meeting. Evaluation is an important aspect of Toastmasters. So with their active listening, critical thinking, and positive feedback skills, evaluation team is going to help us learn and be better versions of ourselves. So I'm also going to be responsible for coordinating the evaluation team. So let me start by introducing the tag team today. It is important for us to get the message across in time and ensure that the meeting runs as per the schedule. Time is of the greatest essence. So our timer for today is somebody who is incredibly intelligent and creative. He's a technical lead at Nutanix, where he works on developing innovative cloud computing solutions. He's also a passionate traveler, reader, and an anime fan. Please welcome the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Abhinay. Toastmaster Abhinay, over to you.
Hello everyone. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. So I'll be the timer for today, and I'll be recording the timing for each of the speech, and we'll evaluate. Will report my evaluation at the end of the meeting. So for the prepared speeches, the timer will be 5 to 7 minutes. At the end of the fifth minute, I'll be showing the green card, and at the end of the 6th minute, I'll be showing the yellow card, and at the end of the 7th minute, I'll be showing the red card. And is there any icebreaker session? No, right? I hope no. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Toastmaster
Okay.
Abhinay, sorry to interrupt. Would it be possible for you to on your video, and do you also want to share how would you be helping with the timing?
You guys, okay, let me share screen. You guys can see the green card?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we are.
You guys can
able to.
see my green? So that's how I'm going to show the green, yellow, and red.
I think it is stuck. The screen is stuck. Toastmaster
Hello,
Abhinay.
I can't hear
Or
you.
others are able to see?
No.
Hello, I can't
Others
hear you.
able to hear me?
I can't hear you guys.
Abhinay, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
You are in mute, Abhinay.
Okay, we can come back to that later. Toastmaster Abhinay will come back to you. So moving ahead, for listening to the good usage of language as well as sharing, we have a grammarian for today. Our grammarian for today is originally from Bangalore. She's an avid reader and a gardener. She loves to try new ways of organizing her home. She is currently an assistant manager at EY. Her favorite quote is, "Action is the mother of all accomplishments." Please welcome our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Nivedita. Toastmaster Nivedita, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to be your grammarian for the day. As a grammarian, couple of my roles here are to give you the word and phrase for today's meeting. Along with that, I would also be making a note of good usage of grammar and not so good usage of grammar as well. And I will also be observing if today's words and the phrase will be used in your speech. Called upon by the general evaluator, I will share my report at the end. So let me just give you the word of the day, which is foresight. Yeah, I repeat, the word of the day is foresight, which means the ability to predict or plan for the future with insight and understanding. And example for this is having foresight in personal finance. She started saving early, ensuring financial security for unexpected challenges. Yeah, the phrase will be storms pass, hope persists. I repeat, storms pass, hope persists. An example would be, despite personal setbacks, she maintained a positive outlook, understanding that storms pass but hope persists. With determination and a supportive network, she navigated through challenges, emerging stronger and more resilient. So I will be adding the word and the phrase in the message. Yeah. So that's it from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster Sheetal. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. So we have an R counter who tracks the usage of verbal pauses. Our R counter for today is originally from Bhubaneswar. She's a senior technical business analyst by day and a voracious reader and gardener by night. Let's welcome Toastmaster Madhusmita. Toastmaster Madhusmita, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seetal. Good morning, everyone. So I'm playing the role of a counter for today. I'll be observing the repetitive words or the pause fillers during your speech and um, during the table topics speeches. So mostly the words like and, so, but, well, or the unrequired purchase. Those kind of words and purchase I'll be noting down. Whenever called upon by the general evaluator, I'll submit my report. So over to you, Toastmaster Sital.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusmita. Toastmaster Abhinay, would you like to go ahead and share your screen?
Sure. Yes. You guys can see my green card?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinay. So the word Toastmaster Nivedita shared for today, foresight, I think it is very much connected to the theme of the meeting today, thinking far beyond our lifetime. When I saw the theme, the first thing that came to my mind was leadership. There are some organizations or some companies, right, that thrive beyond our lifetime, which run for like 900 years, some of them, especially the Japanese companies, and some they don't even sustain for a year or two. So this is also with respect to mindset, what we can think, what we can predict, right? The individual leaders, the capability and the capacity they have, the visionaries. So I think the word foresight is very much connected to today's theme, thinking far beyond our lifetime. So Toastmaster Himanshu, I'll come back with the evaluation report at the end of the meeting. Toastmaster Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. Let's go to the prepared sections, prepared speeches first. For that, I will invite the first evaluator, who belongs to Delhi, and was born in Calcutta, is brought up in Vizag. She has two different, she works as an AVP in Citibank, but she has two very different sides. On one hand, her hobbies include listening to music, gardening, and tidying up her house. On the other hand, she also likes to be always on the go, help other people, passionate about social justice. She is also an area director in Toastmasters. Please welcome Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. I'm still wondering, how did you know that I belong to so many different cities? I don't remember sharing that, but yes, thank you so much for that. Good morning, everybody. Today, I've taken up the evaluator role as well. I will be evaluating Toastmaster Himanshu's milestone speech, that is level 2, project 3. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a prodigy. Timer, please note, timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Title is Selfless Mentor. With that, I wish you all the very best, Toastmaster Himanshu, and back to you, Toastmaster Himanshu.
When I read the topic of being a protege as a team, as in my lifetime, the first thing I did was create an Excel sheet. I wrote down the list of my family members, the people who have coached me during the competitive exams, the managers that I had during my lifetime, which had been quite a few. And then I mapped the 4 qualities that we call as the key mentorship principles. And as I was trying to type and write, it immediately became clear to me that on all the 4 parameters, there is one person who stood out. While I may have worked for few years under few managers, there was one person with whom I worked only for 1 year, but he had all the qualities of helping me mentor. The experience belongs to 2009, when I had joined Tata Steel as my first organization. It was an internal switch that I did from a software engineering to a more core metallurgy role. And the first thing, I got interviewed for this role, and I went and tried to meet my manager. His name, everybody used to call him Day Sir in the organization. He had worked his entire career. He had spent his entire career in one company, which is Tata Steel. He had risen through the ranks with almost 8 promotions, starting as a worker to become a senior manager. And the level of commitment that he had for the organization was summed up in the words in his own words, which is "Company ne humko bahut diya hai." And that was his motto all the time, that he will do each and everything, whatever is required for an organization, even when he's just 1 to 2 years away from his retirement. He was looking for a successor, and that's where he was expecting me to take up the entire role within a year or 2. Now, at that point of time, my age was 25. His age was 62. I was supposed to manage 30 people with an average age of 55 and plus. So I was overwhelmed. I had never managed a team. And here I was supposed to manage people who are more than double my age. In order to calm me down, the first thing he said was, "You are like my son, and I'm going to treat you like one." And that was the journey that he stayed true to those words. In fact, I felt that as a son, I disappointed him more when I decided to go for an MBA 1.5 years later. But over this 1.5 years, we had a very good bond, from the work point of view, as well as the personal relationship point of view. The mill that we were working used to build products for the automotive sector. It was more like an L-shaped large mill, which used to produce hot rolled coils of about 25 ton each, sold for almost 5 lakhs per coil in the market. He had been there when there was no automation. So the amount of knowledge that he possessed was immense. People from all the 500 plus people who used to work, from the junior most to the senior most, used to come to him for advice whenever they were stuck technically. but he never shied away from sharing his knowledge openly. In fact, me and him used to go on walks together in the plant. He used to tell me stories instead of just telling the facts about how he used to run from one end to other while the coil was being formed, and he could each observe the quality of the coil as it was moving. What could have been a very boring job in a manufacturing turned out to be a very adventurous one because of the way he used to narrate and the eye for details that he had. Due to this reason, I also started to venture out and obsess over details, whether it was the first stage of the production process or the last stage when the quality is being checked by uncoiling the entire coil, and somebody who is observing one single point for 45 minutes for one coil. I also started doing the same for a bit. He knew when he had to step in and when he had to step back. He would guide me on areas where I did not have a lot of context. But when it came to engaging with the workers and talking to them, building relationship with them, he used to step back. And that enabled building a lot of trust with the manager. The second, one of the main challenges in the plant was how do you also manage safety? It was very possible that if somebody is not very sure and he's not very conscious, he could land in trouble because there are sometimes 25-ton very hot coils which are being passed over from the top, and you could become one of the victims. He made sure that I took safety first, and I took all the precautions which were required in order to navigate through the plant whenever I was not with him as well. He was very respectful. He understood that on one hand my need is to understand this role, but he also understood that I also needed appreciation of the work that I am doing. One of the areas that was my key strength was to do analysis on MATLAB, where I would take 50 plus parameters, try to segregate between good products, bad products, and find out the differences. He used to take my analysis, take with me, and present to the leadership and showcase that this is the quality of work that I have delivered for the organization, which used to bring appreciation from more and more number of people for me. Last was whenever there was a difficult position where we had to go and answer on questions, he would always be there. He would ensure that I am prepared for the Q&A. He already anticipated what questions would be asked and made sure that I knew the answers. And rather, he would prefer that I give those answers instead of him giving those answers. With that 1.5 hour experience, I had never thought that it turned out to be the best mentorship experience for me. Since then on, I could never equate anyone as equal to him or even near to him in terms of the level of comfort, the level of commitment that he drew for the organization. And he always stayed true to his words. Company ने हमको बहुत दिया है, तुम मेरे बेटा जैसा है. With that, I hope that other people also get mentors, at least one mentor like him in their lifetime. Thank you so much.
Himanshu, you only need to continue.
Yes, now I will get back to the second prepared speech evaluator, and I will need a little bit of time. So you have to give me some.
Take your breath, no problem.
Second second speech evaluator is Toastmaster Ashok. Toastmaster Ashok believes that Rome wasn't built in a day, it was laid brick by brick. He has been a very senior member in the Toastmaster with a host of evaluations that I've seen from him in our club, in other club. And I always knew that we can rely upon him to turn up, even if at the last minute for our club sessions. I welcome Toastmaster Ashok.
Thank you so much, Himanshu, for introduction. Let me uh, read out the purpose of this his speech. The purpose of this today's speech is to practice a speech using vocal variety. So all the best, Siva, for your speech. Over to you, Himanshu.
Can I take it over?
Yes, Shivang, you can take over.
Thank you so much. Goal, determination, and the power to inspire. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and dignitaries. I'm going to take you into a small world of greatness. I'm a great admirer of this person. So let me tell you a short story of the greatness of this person. The story made me respect him more and follow the path that I am today. To be honest, this was the first story I heard about him, and that made me a great admirer of this person. The story was told to be by my uncle, who was very close to me and was present at this time during the meeting. Let me just narrate the true story for you guys, for you to understand. One fine afternoon in Kerala, there was a big conference which was going on, and the conference there were very big people who were going to become the future of DOS and Department of Space. Everyone was in a deep discussion. The topic was an Agni missile, and this was way back in 1980s. The conference was about testing the first missile that was supposed to be launched. And the speaker was addressing everyone, and there was a lot of pressure in the room that was built up because this was the first thing which was supposed to launch. Suddenly, there were three knocks on the door. Knock, 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 knock. The door opened. As soon as the door opened, we were able to see that a person wearing a khaki shirt had her slip a small chit in his hand. The chit was passed on to the speaker or my admirer. Speaker opened the chit, read what is in there, closed it, and kept it aside. The meeting continued for another 3 hours. As soon as the meeting was adjourned, the speaker or my admirer greeted everyone, came out of the room, came out of the office, boarded to bus to Rameshwar. Now, fellow Toastmasters, I'm going to ask you two questions. Two. The first one, who do you think my admirer was? And the second question is, what do you think was there in that chat?
Dr. Abdul Kalam?
Bravo, Sheetal. Toastmaster Sheetal. Yes, that is one. Did you hear the story by any chance?
No.
But yes, that is there. Now, moving on to the second question, yeah, Ashok, please, you were. What was there in that chat?
Not sure really. Maybe some bad news about soldiers.
Good. Bad news was there, but not about the soldiers.
Okay. Maybe about Agni missile. Maybe.
Agnimasal, the meeting continued for 3 more hours.
Oh.
Sishuda, Nivedita, Himanshu, anybody can guess. Come on. Help me out here.
Anything I would like to take a guess. Anything on his personal friend?
Yes, that was something towards the personal friend.
Oh. Then I think death of his dad.
Very good, Ashok, bang on. It was his demise of his dad. Now, a question back to you guys. Do you ever think if you get this news in a chat form or any form, can you stay calm in that way? Trust me, I tried and it didn't work for me. It was the death of the father. Do you think his father was not important for him? To be honest, the meeting did continue for 3 hours more. He greeted everyone, came out, and then boarded the bus to Rameshwaram. For us, even a small cut would have been. I have a kid. If even a small cut on my kid, I would not even take it. But hearing the news, the meeting still continued. What do you think? And why do you think that was? I'll tell you. The goal to take the nation to the top level, the level of commitment that he had towards his work and dedication. His dedication, his goal was only one thing, to make sure that India was in the top defense. He wanted to make sure that he did his best in his job. And that is what even we have to do. We usually might think we don't give our best in our job or we do any job. Whatever you do, guys, keep inspiring people. Do the best that you can. People see you, people observe you and learn from you. Whatever you do, might be we mostly work in MNCs. Whatever you do, it gives and generates the revenue to the GDP of the country. I met Abdul Kalam. He was my college president when he was there. When he was a president, he started it. So usually one of my friends, in the small interview towards him, we asked a question. Why didn't you marry? You know the answer that he gave? He said, marriage and children would lead to selfishness towards the life. And he didn't want to be selfish at any cost when he has dedicated his life to serving the nation. His mind was set towards his goal. His mind was set towards his determination. And that is what we have to do. At last, I leave you all with a small word or a question. Inspired question. Thank you so much, guys, for giving me the opportunity. Over to presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivang, for that wonderful speech. I now start to remember the books that I've read from Abdul Kalam, and this story that you narrated as well. The Wings of Fire was one famous book that he had written. I've read it 2-3 times.
But
I
this
thought you
story was not there in that book.
correct. There are other books which I don't recall what was the name, but I've read this story. Interesting one. Now let's get back to the topic for today, for the theme for today. Let me give you one instance. So have you heard about yeast? Yeast, which is usually used for fermentation of wine. Do you know there are 10,000 plus researchers who are only researching on yeast for a very different purpose? And 5 of them have actually won Nobel laureates, are Nobel laureates as well. What they are researching on is about aging. So yeast is a perfect animal to study why we age. The reason it's they are primarily performing 2 functions. Either they are hungry or they are mutating, and their life cycle is only a week. They share some level of genes with human beings as well. Because of one particular person, Mortimer, who initiated this research about 60 years ago, where he used to cultivate yeast in his lab, and whoever wanted it, he used to just give it for free. If he had actually put a charge, we would not have got 10,000 plus researchers on this topic and 5 Nobel laureates. The amount of progress that we have already made towards aging is something where we can relate it to cancer. At one point of time, cancer was supposed to be inevitable. Everybody will get it, and there is no cure. People were only looking at the symptoms. At some point of time, There was research which showed that how you can detect cancer upfront and how it can be solved. Same thing is with aging. At this point of time, we are probably living for about 80 years, but it's very much possible, and it's very much within the sides that in the next 2-3 generations we may be living for 150 years, and we may be living very young to almost 100 years. We may start having children after 60, and we may not need any insurance. We might not need any life insurance at all.
Man, you will get bored if you stay that long.
So
Just sorry.
aging is, I would recommend you to read one book by Daniel, Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to. I was mind blown with the level of research, with the level of root cause analysis that is already there in that book, and the amount of progress that we have made towards aging being considered as a disease rather than something that it is inevitable. Now I want to move to our invocation master, um, Toastmaster Trishula, to give her to inspire us today. Toastmaster Trishula is a project manager by profession. She likes to travel, gardening, and also loves to cook. She's always eager to learn new things and sees positivity in all outcomes. That is her resolution for this year. Please welcome Toastmaster Trishula.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. I would like to resonate my story, or perhaps I would say the invocation theme with the theme currently Himanshu is talking, that is, think beyond your lifetime. Think beyond your lifetime if you want to accomplish something truly worthwhile was a quote by Walt Disney. We all know who Walt Disney is, a creator himself. And the creation of his, actually, over the decades, we have seen how well it connected to each and every of our lives, from small kids to even when we grew up. That is his thinking of thinking beyond lifetime, and I would see a little different. The reason, because we all don't get sometimes opportunity to explore ourselves to the greater extent what others have achieved or other companies have achieved or other inventions or discoveries happened. It's a very simple thing even we can do in our everyday life, is just to teach something good to our generations, which can actually pass to our next or future generations as well. A very simple change in our life. It's actually a thinking beyond our lifetime, which our generations can carry, not only just sending them the message, but to address them and also send a powerful message that it is good to follow. For example, there's one such thing that you can pass on to your generation is how your culture is, how your heritage is, what your language is for you, what the country is for you. It is a thought that actually carries to over the generation. It is not only I'm thinking, I'm also passing my knowledge to my kids, and the kids are passing their knowledge to their offsprings. It is a passing. So this is also achievement or a thinking beyond our lifetime. It's again, it is passing throughout. Like this, we have plenty of very small things, to be it art of cooking. You can pass it on to your generations, be it your positive, the way you look at the positive things. I would like to share an example of my own thing. I have a father-in-law basically, and I he is a most wonderful person. After my father, he has taken that position in my life, because, and my resolution also, because of him, whatever he sees positivity. Whatever it happens in life, he still thinks whatever people say about him, he say, might be there in that situation. That is why they are thinking like this. It's okay. He never ever by mistake shared a negative thoughts about that person. That inspired me a lot in my 6 years of marriage. I keep observing him every day, and every day he surprises me. One or the other incidents happens, and he always surprises me with this positive attitude, which I never thought of. I could never think of like that. Okay, can we think at least like this? I was like furious, and I was, wanted to break out myself with angerness and all. But he will be subtle, calm, and things that's not necessary. That's not needed. And at the end of the when I sit and think calmly, that it is. It's not required. Why all the hangama? Why all the angriness? It's really not required. It's a waste of our energy. And believe me, he passed actually to me, and I'm very much impressed by his behavior, and I wanted to adapt that in my life, and I'm trying hard to do that. And I wanted that adaptation for my son as well. That's why I'm asking him to stay with us, because he's keep traveling to Udupi, where he stays, and Bangalore, up and down. I actually opened up myself and said, this behavior of yours, I wanted that to happen to my son as well. So be here. He's just 1.5 years old, and he needs your guidance on that as well. So these are the very simple things that we can pass on to generation and think beyond our lifetime. Not only about the greatest thing or people achieved a lot, but this is also an inspirational story which actually can be found around ourselves. So my story or my conclusion for today is, please see around ourselves. We will get a lot of inspirations to better ourselves from quality perspective. Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. That's my time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Trishula. Thank you for adding another dimension to the theme today. That's what we love about Toastmaster session. A topic can go in so many directions. We have already covered, I think, 4 directions of the same topic. Now we'll move on to the next section of table topics. For for table topic, we will have Toastmaster Madhusmita. She is originally from Bhubaneswar, where she works as a senior technical business analyst. In her spare time, she enjoys reading novels and gardening. I think we have a lot of gardeners in this session. I'm also forced to do a little bit of it by my wife. She's also a kind and compassionate person who always puts others before herself. Please join me in welcoming Madhusmita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. Hi, everyone, again. So I have prepared some of the table topic questions. Uh, can any of you volunteer so that I can ask the questions? Okay, I will take Ashok first. So Ashok, for you, the question is, what is something you have always wanted to try but have not been no have been too afraid to do it?
Sorry, can you repeat? Always I wanted to try.
Try, but you have not, you are afraid to do it, so you have not done it. It.
Afraid. That's great question. Let me think for a few seconds. Hmm. Okay. So many of you know I am from a village. Okay. So after a few years of my education, I thought, okay, let me go into the direction which I have strengths. But my parents wanted to go into in different direction where I don't see my strength. Okay. But I wanted to try, but that's where I am afraid of to go in the direction. The reason is I am very technical means I am basically studied from village where small school is there and they don't focus much on the studies. So just sit for 12 hours from 6 to 6. Okay, maybe you guys might not heard this kind of schools, but that is where I rose. So we basically I don't have too much knowledge about history, geography, and mainly social studies. I am not very good at it. The reason few reasons there are like the teacher who were teaching is not inspired me to listen that class. It was like not tell storytelling. It was like reading the book. So always, history, if you read the book, you will get sleep. So I was sleeping in that class. So that is what they wanted to do. Try me is groups. So I never want to do go in that direction. The one of the main reason is I know my strength is not lies in social studies. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. Okay, so I'll move on to Toastmaster Trishula. So the question for you is, what lifts your spirits when life gets you down? I'm repeating again. What lifts your spirits when life gets you down?
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusmita. Hope. Whenever I face downfall in the life, which I did for a couple of times, it's always a hope of beginning of a new things. Always keeps that spirit high whenever I fall down. A hope, it's not only from within, the hope which my father gave time to time, my husband time to time, and recently it's my father-in-law who, all these people in my life giving that hope to see the bright side of the life, to keep my spirit high, to share the personal story of one of mine in this group. There was a time when I just got pregnant, and that is where I had to kind of wanted to step down of my career as well. Just taking a little bit of break, not too much, but I wanted to get back, and I didn't felt really good at that time because of various reasons. But that's where I got all the support. All people made me feel good and asked me to rejoin, and they will support me. So all these are hopes which made me good, and to relieve my spirit, to lead my life with a high spirit. Thank you, Toastmaster Manasmita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Trishula, for sharing your um, thoughts with us. And I'll move to Toastmaster Abhinay, then I'll move to Toastmaster Nivedita. So, Toastmaster Abhinay, the question for you is, what do you imagine yourself doing 10 years from now? I'm repeating again. What do you imagine yourself doing 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I definitely would like to see myself as a better person. When I see a better person, I being a better person at my work by being a good influencer or a good leader, being a good technical, giving good technical advices to my mentees, or to my mentees and junior folks. Also, be a good asset for the company and be a so that's one perspective. The second perspective, like to be a good father, to be a good husband for my wife. And when I say good father, I should be encouraging my child's interest and whatever she wants to become. And I would also want to be a better son by taking care of my parents and their health. So yeah, to be honest, so that's what I want to be from 10 years from now, to be a better person, to also explore more and more places, and to be closer with my friends and families. So that's where I find my happiness. And so I would like to continue these things and improve on those things. So that makes me a better person. So that's what I think for. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinay. Hope all of these things comes true in future. Okay. I'll move to Toastmaster Nivedita. Toastmaster Nivedita, the question for you is, what is one thing you would most like to change about the world? What I'm repeating again, what is the one thing you would most like to change about the world?
Is this for me?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
I have a bad network, so I think there is a lag.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, let me repeat the question again. What is the one thing? What is the one thing you would most like to change about the world?
All right. One thing that I want to change about the world. Okay. If I get a chance to change one thing, what is currently happening is to go less digital because in my personal opinion, I feel we are losing this human touch or spending the quality time with the family. We are seated around, but still all of us are so glued to television, or we are engaged in one or the other activities. We are running a race, but most of the times we don't know what race are we running, why are we running so fast, where are we going, do we have very short time, or what exactly is happening. At times I get lost in this thought, and I wish um, I can take a step back, be as cool as my parents were or my grandparents were. They had their lives back after work, they had their family time. Unfortunately, these days I'm seeing it little less, but going forward, I think this would become um, 10 times more than what currently is. So, yeah, I would like to put that on pause if I get an opportunity. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. I'll move to Toastmaster Sivang. Toastmaster Sivang.
This will
Madhu,
be
Sir,
the last. Yeah.
running over time.
are you guys able to?
Hello.
Himanshu, yeah.
I think
Uh,
Toastmaster Shivang will be our last table topic speaker for the
Yes,
okay.
benefit of that.
Cool.
okay, sure. Okay, Toastmaster Sivang, the question for you is what is the meaning of peace to you? I'm repeating, what is the meaning of peace to you?
Uh, that's a good question. Thank you so much for this question, Madhusmita. So I would also answer the previous two questions linking to the piece that is there. See, there's always in the world we are trying to chase one thing, that is amount, which is money, right? The revenue that we get. But what do you think is the end result for us? At the end of the day, we need food to eat, right? Now, eating the food, it comes from farmers. Let it be the farmers. But there is also one thing. So for me, my end result that is going to be, or the things that I want to change in the world, or things I'll do after 10 years after I retire, is going to be I will just take a house which is very far away from everyone. Keep a small garden. I see there are lots of gardeners over here. Plant my trees, plant my rice, plant my jawar, plant whatever is required for me. Tomatoes. I do it usually at my place. My mom does it. So I feel me, my wife, children, they'll do their job for sure. Being together, sitting together, drinking coffee on the small veranda which is there, making your own food, eating, and that is more than enough. People right now are chasing money. People right now are chasing career. People right now are goal determined. Yes, I agree that they have to be. But at the end of the day, it is food that gives you energy. It is end of the day. What is required? That is one thing that I want to say. Thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sivang. And it was wonderful thought, and you explained it in a wonderful way. Thanks for that. Okay, I'm done with the table topics. Over to you, Toastmaster Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusmita, for that wonderful session. Before we go to the evaluation, one last session on the theme. So one question for everyone is, what if your great grandfather came to live with you for a week? What is he going to be surprised by?
Technology. He will be surprised by technology. I think at that time nobody was knowing about anyone. So they were just traveling by walk or by bullet carts. So now people are moving around the world within hours. So I think that is a one surprise they can look at. And there are so many, since there are so many are changed in their life, even houses. Earlier the houses are built using hay and all those things. Now all buildings are like 20 floors. I think they could have seen only one floor, that is also with hay. So now means there are hundreds of floors. I think they will get shocked, not surprised also.
Even at the traffic.
I
Even in
think
the
I would
traffic.
like to add something here. I really don't want to be
Clothing
cynical,
also.
but I think one thing that our forefathers will be surprised if they come back, and I really hope they get a chance to come back, is that how connected we are with them because of our parents, because of our grandparents who have repeated stories about our forefathers to us. I think we, in some way or the other, have pictured them in our own minds. And whenever they come back to visit us today, I think they'll be very happy to know that we know them, at least in the form of stories, in the form of culture, like Trishula said. I think that is something which will really surprise them, that okay, his great grandchildren know something about them. So I think that will be something which will surprise them. I'm so sure of that.
Who else wants to have a take? They will be surprised by, they will come and say, let's go farming, and we'll say we'll get that groceries in 10 minutes. You don't have to go anywhere. And what about if they actually went few generations ahead, and or you consider yourself, you go to your great grandson, or granddaughter, what is it that you think you will be surprised by, or what is it that you expect to happen?
I think at that time maybe people won't eat the food. Maybe they will survive by tablets. So I think that is predictable. With that is the one, and maybe I'm not sure that they will be connected to the people. Means say now at least we are emotional about few things, like even if somebody get hurt or somebody got joined in the hospital, right? At least we'll empathize them and go and visit them. So I don't think those things will be there in future. Like they will be means it will like robots, like you are using AI and do robots, just robots.
I think they will live in the moon. So whoever has to go will have to. We will be an interstellar species, and they will be living on the moon. People will from Earth will have to travel there, even the ancestors.
I think those things already we have seen in the movies. Like there are one few movies in even Telugu. Um, so I think the time missions, all those
Anyone
things.
anyone else wants to have a take?
The slowly the cultural things, people will become more liberal, and they tend to forget the cultural things that we from our country we believe. And also the way the people measure the distance, right? Like I'm guessing Silbor itself will become, well, like one state, and Koramanga will be another state. So people will be differentiating. Oh, you live another state? Oh, that's too far. Yeah. So
I thank you so
Maybe
much.
they'll be amazed to see
I was
the
thinking
air
the other
traffic.
way around.
They'll be amazed to see the air traffic, probably. the land route and all, people will eliminate and they'll choose air traffic.
Yeah, I was also thinking of the same. It is possible. Yeah,
Yeah,
Toastmaster
that's
Sheetal.
Yeah, I was thinking the other way around. Actually, what I was thinking is our awareness is going to slightly increase. We are going to realize what is the impact that this virtual reality or virtual world is going to have on us. And I think we want to be connected in real sense with people and not have much of this social media impacting our lives. I would be happy if it goes in that direction.
Nice thought there. I think mobile will vanish in a
Then
few.
I think we will go back to previous direction, previous generation. I don't think that is, I mean,
Some
possible.
other device will take over. Probably it will replace mobile. Now, in the interest of time, let me go back and now hand it over. First, I think we'll do the speech evaluations. For that, I will invite Toastmaster Ritika to evaluate the first speech.
Yeah, I think please hand it over to the general evaluator.
Okay.
The general
Okay.
evaluator will start the evaluation.
Uh, Toastmaster Sheetal, maybe we can start with the report from your end.
No, no, no. You have to just hand it over to the general
Okay.
evaluator. The general
Okay.
evaluator will call the evaluator.
Cool, cool. Yeah, over to Toastmaster Sheetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. In the interest of time, let's start with the speech evaluation. So I would request Toastmaster Ritika to share the evaluation for Toastmaster Himanshu. Over to you, Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sheetal, and good morning again, and a warm one to Toastmaster Himanshu. The speech was incredible, but the one thing that really, stood out for me was not the content so much, not the delivery style so much, but the honesty and the genuineness with which the speech was delivered. It was reflecting in your eyes, and how close the story was to you was actually showing in the way you were smiling at a few places, being a little nervous in a few places. It was actually as if you were talking to the audience, and that was coming through my laptop camera, even though it's a virtual platform and not an in-person meeting. So very, very good job there, Toastmaster Himanshu. I'd like to list quickly a few things that stood out for me. Apart from this, it was basically the entire personal report, a story that you started from the beginning to the end. It made us go through the entire journey. Okay, 2 minutes is green of Toastmaster. 2 to 3 minutes evaluation. All right. So it is about the entire journey with your day, sir, who taught you everything from scratch and who actually gave you wings to fly later on. We actually went through the entire journey with you. So very well done there. The second most important thing is that the confidence and that calm demeanor that you had throughout the speech. There were a few ups and downs, especially when you said that I think I disappointed him more than any other son, though he thought I am his son, because you thought of climbing the ladder or probably venturing into MBA education. Those were the places where you actually slowed down. You took a pause, you showed that emotion on your face, and then you moved on to what more he had to teach you. Those were very natural things which you had in your speech, and it actually showed as if it was not very well rehearsed. It was a natural delivery that you had for us. So, excellent job there. The last one, of course, was your voice modulation, especially when you were trying to explain to us that, he was double my age, I was quarter his age, and he told me to fill in his shoes. I was this, I was that. The voice modulation was apt. It was in sync with the content that you had. So, again, very good delivery style. A few recommendations, Toastmaster Himanshu. In the beginning, most of the places I saw your hands clasped like this. I know it's just level 2. You have already challenged yourself to stand up and deliver. Try and open up your hands. And especially when you say that, this is the time when I was 25 years old. So you see what I'm doing with my hands? I am actually visually taking the audience back in time. So even if they don't follow what I'm saying, they'll follow my hand instinctively and see, okay, fine, something about the past. So try and use different hand gestures, because it's difficult to keep your hands like this all the time. So try and practice that a little more. The second one is that when you are explaining the entire story of how your mentor mentored you, try and bring a few takeaways, a few quotes here and there that will break the monotony. So overall, Toastmaster Himanshu, your genuineness, your honesty in delivering your speech is incredible. Work on your hand gestures, try and bring some more quotes in your speech, and I think there'll be absolutely no stopping you going further. All the best, and back to you, Toastmaster Sheetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika, for the detailed evaluation. In addition to what Toastmaster Ritika mentioned, Toastmaster Himanshu, the takeaway for me from your speech is the importance of having a good mentor, a boss who can have an everlasting impact on the individual, right? It's so important. I feel in today's world, we need to be really blessed and lucky to be having such mentors. Awesome. And one another thing that you mentioned was your boss or the mentor. He also had that foresight to be able to predict what the questions could come in and coach you accordingly. Awesome. Really lucky to have such a good mentor. Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. Now, moving to the second evaluation, I would like to call Toastmaster Ashok to share the evaluation for Toastmaster Shivang. Toastmaster Ashok, over to you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Sital. It was a really fantastic speech. Once I have seen the title, I thought, okay, there is some goal determination and some story about who is going to how to inspire the people. Really, the story was in line to your title. And there are few good things in your speech, Sivang. One thing I see is you were like in you will be good at inspiring the people with the speech. The way you deliver the speech, I felt like people easily can be inspired by you. Okay. And another thing is interactive. I think nobody could have done more than this interactive. Really. So you have given the chance to people to answer the questions and for long. Really. And another thing is you are very good at delivering, by standing at one place without any hands gestures. Really. So just you stood there and speaking with the, just with the voice and pitches. Okay. These are the few things that I would like means I have seen good things in your speech. But let me tell you what are the things you need to, maybe to improve. One thing is, see, thus the objective of this speech is to practice your vocal variety in the speech, right? I think your total speech is completed in 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, you have given the people chance maybe 3 minutes more than that. So you only practiced very little. Okay. The vocal variety. See, what I say is you have chance to practice your vocal variety for 7 minutes. You could have planned the speech for long to practice more. Okay, that is the one. And another one is obviously your content is from one great admirer, I know, but we would like to listen your own story about your goals, right? How did you inspired from others, right? I think that could have been best for the all the audience, right? Always people would like to hear about you. You are speaker, so people take inspiration from you. I know all people can take inspiration from him also. I think he's a great person. I am not going to comment on him, but we would love to see you. Okay, another one is I think vocal variety. Let me give you one example. I think which you took. Trust me, I tried, but it didn't work for me, right? The vocal variety difference was the voice was very low. Like, okay, trust me, I tried, but it didn't work. So there was pitch, lot of pitch. It should be like it should be differentiable. So I didn't see that difference in the pitch. And another one is I don't see scenarios that is going up and down in your speech. Like if there are instances like lot of instances to go to up and down, I think you could have practiced better using local variety, vocal variety. Okay. Overall, I think maybe you need to plan your speech better for practicing your objective. That's what I say. Okay. Thanks so much. Over to you, Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster
Sorry,
Ashok.
Sital.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. So, in addition to that, Toastmaster Shivang, for me, was very engaging. I really enjoy this thriller suspense movies. So the initial suspense that you built was good, and it was very interactive. And the takeaway is also managing emotions, how well he could manage his emotions that you showcased, right? He went on for 3 more hours post getting to know that. So that shows or shares a big length about how a person could manage emotions well. And yes, definitely it was inspiring. He's an inspiring person. The story is inspiring and tells us to put our forward, right? Like for him, his priority was nations. For each of us, our priorities could be different. So understanding or having clarity about what our priority is will help us navigate accordingly. So thank you, Toastmaster Ashok, again. Now, moving to the evaluations or the tag team, let's have Toastmaster Abhinay come and share his timings that he's recorded for the speeches as well as table topics and evaluations. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhinay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shital. So for the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Himanshu took 7 minutes 11 seconds. And Toastmaster Ritika took 7 minutes 1 second. Coming to the table topics, Toastmaster Ashok took 1 minute 48 seconds. Toastmaster Trishula took 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmaster Abhinay took 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster Nivedita took 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Shivang took 1 minute 46 seconds. On the evaluation, Toastmaster Ritika took 3 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Ashok took
Sorry
3
to
minutes.
interrupt. 3.
Hello?
Toastmaster Sheetal, we are not able to hear you.
Okay. I was asking Toastmaster Abhinay if you could share his screen.
Okay. Let
Able
me.
to hear me now?
Yeah. Yes. You guys can see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, on the evaluation, so Toastmaster Ritika took 3 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Ashok took 3 minutes 10 seconds. And Invocation Master, Toastmaster Trishula took 5 minutes 8 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinay. Are there any disqualifications today?
If in the prepared speeches, if they crosses 7 minutes, do they disqualify or?
I think
So
Toastmaster Ritika can comment, but I think we have 30 minutes, 30 seconds of tolerance, right, Toastmaster Ritika?
Absolutely right, Toastmaster Sheetal.
yeah, in that case,
So I don't think.
that's
And the second speaker is not me. It is Shivang.
Yes.
You may want to
Yeah.
correct that.
Shiva.
Yeah, I don't think there are any disqualifications.
Cool.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinay. Yeah, I think as Toastmaster Ritika mentioned, the second one is for Shiva. So moving over to the grammarian, Toastmaster Nivedita, would you like to share the grammarian report for today?
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. Well, I can show the screen, but it is not on the Excel today. It's on like plain paper. But that's fine. I can read it out for you all. Is it okay?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, a couple of good words that I had made a note of is from Shiva, which are admire, inspire, determination, and the phrases are at last I will leave you all with this thought. So few things I have just made a note of, and from Ritika it is envision, from Himanshu overwhelm and equate, and from Trishula I really like the way she conveyed her message, and I resonate with what she says. I try to keep myself positive as well. So, yeah, I liked all the three speeches, but I could resonate more with what Trishula spoke about. So, yeah, a few words from her speech is heritage, furious, and face downfall are the good phrases, and the second one is keep spirit high. So these are the few things that I have made a note uh, based on today's meeting. Yeah, that's it. Over to you, Toastmaster Stephen.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. Now, let's call upon Toastmaster Madhusmita to share the report on our counter. Toastmaster Madhusmita, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Seetal. So coming to prepared speeches, Toastmaster Himanshu. Sometimes I could hear the repeated usage of words and some few pauses, like not during the speech, during other sections. While talking, I could observe her few times. Uh, and coming to Toastmaster Sibang, I could not find any repetitive words during your speech. So that's about from accounters. I could not record the accounter during table topics because I was concentrating on the questions and all. So yeah, I only noted down the prepared speeches section. Over to you, Toastmaster
Thank you.
Seetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusmita. So let me start sharing the evaluation for today as a general evaluator. So the first role, right, I say Shivang started with laying the ground rules. That was very clear what is to be expected. You could have introduced the PO, but understand you're another club would have been slightly difficult. Coming to PO Toastmaster Ritika, you encouraged the guests to introduce themselves. You shared the announcements, and you also gave us insight into climate shadow. That was something really new, which I had not heard about before. Thank you for that. Coming to our TMOD. So the topic, the theme that you shared, I think it was a very interesting theme. But repeatedly came in my mind that would innovation be a better topic or a better headline for this that kept on coming back. Sorry, I'm just sharing my observation. So between the first speech, you did not come back much to that theme, and I understand that because you were the first speaker. So later, yeah, and I also noticed that when you were introducing the speakers, you could have mentioned their speech title and their names before giving them a go ahead to speak. I think that we can start incorporating next time onwards. And you multiple roles today. Apart from that, yeah. Today. Yeah, rest all was good. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Coming to Invocation Master, it was really interesting. Toastmaster Trishula, even the simple things and steps can have an amazing outcome. So sharing and preserving the culture to our children can have and creating an environment or a process, right, where it is carried forward can have an amazing impact. So that was really interesting thought, which really stood out for me. And I have already shared my feedback with respect to the speeches. Yeah, that is all. Overall, it went well. It was very smooth. Okay, I missed the table topics. The table topics were really interesting. Toastmaster Madhusmita. There were a variety of topics and which also helped get us some insight or stories about our fellow Toastmasters. I really liked the Toastmaster Nivedita's topic of what would you want to change in the world today, right? And not now, but as a kid, I would really like to stop corruption, right? That was the only thing I think as a kid I had been thinking. And I was so influenced by all these superhero movies and series that I always wanted to be invisible and kind of do some stuff which could avoid this corruption. So very interesting topics. So overall, a good session today. That's all from me. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster
Toastmaster.
Sheetal. Feedback taken on the topic and a great evaluation as usual from your end. Before we close, we have a voting form that is available. Voting link is available. So please go and vote. In the meanwhile, I'll hand over stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Himanshu. I think it's definitely called for. Please unmute everyone and give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Himanshu. It's not easy to be the TMOD, the prepared speaker, and then of course getting the voting forms ready. It's definitely not easy. I don't know how you're doing it, but take a deep breath now because you are done with your role. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Himanshu, and of course all the role takers today. Most of you have taken up dual roles. Thanks a lot. We are going towards the end of the session. Quickly vote so that we can announce the winners. And I want to hear from the guests before we wind up on how you felt about the session and what is it that you would want us to add or something that you will be taking away from our session. So let's hear it from Trishula. Let's start with you.
Ritika, just a question. My name in
Yes,
the
please.
list is incorrect. It's showing Abhinay. Just to
Okay.
everyone that my name is Abhinay for now, for the voting purpose.
Okay. Hey, Mansh, if you want to edit that.
Let me edit it. And guys, hold on your horses. You will have to fill another feedback form.
It's okay. I can take the credit of that amazing speech.
Yeah. All right. Trishula, do you want to share your takeaways?
Yes, Toastmaster Ritika. The couple of takeaways. One, what we do in the Siemens Japo Toastmaster Club is Toastmaster of the day. TMOD usually shares. I mean, at the end of the day, not the general evaluator. We call upon evaluators and talk. But it is, I mean, as per actually standard, even Ashok once mentioned that this is what been followed in the club. Probably this is a correct way. That is what I would like to take away and correct in the structure of the meeting we follow of having a more role or more importance to general evaluators. That is one takeaway. And second thing is having this inspirational story, the invocation master. What I mean, actually, even in this meeting, I felt it could be the beginning of the meeting because the inspiration stories or jokes and everything. If it is like beginning of the meeting, it would be good. I mean, I don't know the standards though, but I felt it will be inspirational rather than at the middle of the thing. But this is one of the takeaway, and this is the reason that I also in the club today, and I wanted to see how it is happening. And these two are really our takeaways. And Ritika, your involvement, it's not actually just you're there and talking in perspective in pure perspective, but you're leading or directing the team as well. This is something new actually because in our meetings, just PO starts in the meeting, and of course the evaluators share the inputs, but here it is like you're directing the meeting and you're instructing people wherever they are not in the correct path. That's wonderful thing, and I think I would like to take this also with me and share with the team. It's a wonderful session overall. and wearing multiple hats, because in our club, we generally don't encourage to have to have two role takers. I mean, role takers to have two roles, because they can't concentrate on one particular role. But here I can see three people taking two different roles and managing it very seamlessly. Kudos and hats off to all you people.
Sure. Thank you so much, Trishula. I'm sure, of course, there are a lot of learnings for Speaker Squad as well. But yes, I'm glad that you had a few things which you will be taking back to your club as well. And actually, that's what is Toastmasters all about. We are a community. We are not competitors here. So each one takes a little bit of with each other, from each other as well, and implement it. Thanks a lot, Trishula. Shivang, do you want to share anything from your end, except the new names that you have adopted today?
Not much, but I would think that the process was very streamlined. Yes, here and there hiccups and everything would be there in any kind of a meeting. Uh, but few things that I felt it would have been a little bit better. The first thing is that the timer rule. For this, I can share you a link which I have taken it from the PayPal. Can I just share my screen once?
Go ahead, go ahead.
So this is a timer app that I've seen used by the PayPal thing. They'll just write off the name. For instance, it is Shivang. They'll write off the name. They'll click on the start. It'll automatically do it because we are in hybrid world. So this thing would be something which is going to be helpful for us. This is one thing. Second thing is whenever the speaker is there, so I have seen this culture in most of the clubs and the meetings. So they say the name of the speech, then the name of the person who is taking, and then, for instance, it is Shivang, goal, determination, and power to inspire. Toastmaster Shivang, then Toastmaster Shivang, goal, determination, and speech to inspire. So this thing, small things, and it'll be a great thing for us. Thank you so much. And everyone was very open today. It was not like people are on mute. It is not like people are on there. Everyone is trying to give the best in the meeting. That is one thing that I liked about it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shivang. Yes, if you want, you can just share that link, the timer app link in our chat window,
Sure.
and members can keep it handy. Thanks a lot. I think now, Himanshu, do we have the results?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I have the results.
Okay, why don't you share it? You announce it.
So I'll start first from best auxiliary role taker. That's Toastmaster Nivedita. Best role taker is Toastmaster Sheetal. Best table topic master is Toastmaster Shivang. Best prepared speaker is Toastmaster Himanshu. And I'm just evaluating for Toastmaster. For best evaluator, it is Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Himanshu, and congratulations to all the winners here, and congratulations to all the role takers for making this session happen. I quickly now mark the session closed. Thank you everyone for joining in.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.